Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a tarot oracle reading for it's a bonus reading for the new moon and total solar eclipse that's happening on August the 12th. Generally, we can feel this energy for 3 weeks or 3 days before and 3 days after. And this is also a general or collective reading. General meaning it's for all Taurus, and collective meaning those of you who have subscribed to the channel. I'm focusing in to be more specific for you. All right, let's go here. So the underlying energy for this reading is the Ten of Wands. Now, the Ten of Wands is the element of fire, and it's talking about, the wands are made of wood, and wood fuels fire, which is talking about taking passionate action. Now, this is this is your energy coming in for this new moon energy that you have been working on something. You've planted a lot of seeds, and now you're taking a look, I feel, at your harvest and deciding how to proceed from here, basically. Now, there is this new moon energy that is coming in, is in the sign of Leo, and that will be represented up here. And the opposing energy from across the wheel in the zodiac is Aquarius energy. This energy of this new moon, total solar eclipse, when that happens, when there's eclipse season, this energy sort of hangs around for about 6 months. And so it's talking like, I describe it as potpourri burning on the back burner. It's, you don't really notice it, but you kind of do. And then down, 6 months down the road, if you check back in what was going on now, you will notice, you'll be able to see how much you have accomplished. And so I really recommend people at this time to just take a few minutes to write down like 5 to 10 different in point form goals that you want to achieve, even if it's something as simple as cleaning out that one closet that you've been avoiding. This is talking about when you write goals down, you have a tendency to really accomplish them more. Generally, that's the case. And the eclipse season is kind of like that. If you look back to this time, 6 months from now, and just don't look at it after you write it down, you might be really shocked at how much you really did accomplish. And you may be thinking, the load's so heavy, I haven't accomplished anything. But, once you get your harvest home, and that's what this is representing, then you'll see that you really did. And this energy is talking about, he definitely is carrying a heavy load here, and it would benefit you to put down anything that is holding you back right now. The new moons are about planting new seeds for the upcoming month or so. And so this is, for this, and on a further level for the next 6 months, where do you want to be at the end of this time frame? And so this is talking about, if the wands represent actions that you've taken, and also actions that are from others that are in your inner circle or that are affecting your energy. This card is basically saying, do not stop now. Keep going. You are almost there. Sometimes we can't see we're almost there because we are tired. And that looks like the case here. So this is, he's so close to home, but he can't see it. You may have heard the saying, can't see the forest for the trees. This is talking about being caught up in the details and no longer being able to see the big picture. So you need to, number one, if there's any burdens that you're carrying that belong to other people that do not belong to you, then you want to lay those down in the field right now. Like let them down, because you're exhausted here and you need to get your harvest home. And so let other people carry their burdens. It's time. It's time for you to walk away from any energy that's holding you back here. And this could be leftover energy for the last full moon. Then this is also talking about perhaps you need to take a look at the way you do things and think about doing things in a slightly different way or in a new way, experimenting a little bit, delegating to other people responsibilities that you absolutely don't have to do for yourself, so that you're in an energy where you're working smarter rather than working harder. And this is saying, whatever you do, keep going, because this could, with this could represent, this is the fruits of your labor. And this could be just heavy with all the actions that you've taken. And this is your big harvest. And it's good news. It's just that you're exhausted and can't see that. And so that's the basic energy of this new moon's total solar eclipse. And the last time we had, the eclipse seasons come in cycles. And the last time we had this type of Leo Aquarius energy was back in August of 2016 till January of 2019. It comes in a series of eclipses. And then we also had it in February of 2008 and August of 2009. And then we had it from August 2009 to, August of 1998, if you want to go way back then, to July of 2000. So those time frames, if you want to come back and take a look at them and write them down and then think about what was going on in your life back then, that might also give you further clarity as to your situation now. At the top here, we have the energy of the moon. The moon's in Leo, and this is representing that Leo lion energy. This is talking about having the strength, the courage, the integrity to be a leader. And it's talking about this young woman is, she wants to reach her infinite potential here. So she's reaching deep into this lion's mouth. This lion represents her fears, and quite often fears that she's been carrying from childhood. The lion's being very submissive because he can tell she means business. She is absolutely determined to move forward in this new energy. And this is when, sometimes Taurus, you're accused of being like stubborn like a bull. This is one time where I prefer to call it determination. So this is one time when your determination is really going to benefit you, is not giving up and keeping on going, but also walking away from anything that that burdens that are not yours to carry, or energies that are not benefiting you, so that you don't have such a heavy load. Finding new ways, walking away from old ways of doing things, old energies that are holding you back. And we do see the energy of the new moon and the full moon. So the full moon is when you're ready. That's a great time to release old energies and get ready for this energy. And so if you still have some left over, it's not too late, drop it. This moon's not till August the 12th. And then in the new moon, you plant, know what your harvest is, you manage to get it home, you can sort through it and really figure out, okay, where am I going to go from here? This energy here is talking about that walking away energy. We do have 8 cups here, and you can see the cups in tarot represent it's about love, and the energy is here talking about walking away from something or someone, or maybe some that you love, or something you love to do, or something you love to be, that you're walking away from that. Or it could be talking about walking away from people that you love, or a person or an energy that you put a lot of time, money, energy into. You invested a lot of love of yourself into it to move towards something new that you would love to do or be. So this is talking about letting go of the old and moving it. Anything that you didn't let go in the last season of the eclipse season or the full moon, you want to let it go now and step into really having the harvest that you really want. And we do have an Ace of Cups here. So the Ace of Cups is quite often talking about, romantic love. And, it's a cup that's overflowing. And this is a gift from the divine and the universe for doing the hard work. It's hard to look at your shadow self. You have to look at yourself and, with analytical critique and decide, okay, what can I change about the way I do things or how I am? And what can I do better? And what do I need to do differently than before? There's a plane or a helicopter flying over. I hope that you can still hear me. It's really close. And so we do have planes flying around here. I'm in British Columbia, and there are quite a few forest fires, although the sky's pretty clear today. So in any case, but there's always a reason why things happen in readings. I just didn't know if you would be able to hear me properly. But here, so this quite often is about romantic love. It's talking about a peaceful relationship that's overflowing and everlasting. It's like replenishing itself. And out of the hard times, the mud grows the beautiful water lilies at the surface of the water here. Now, this quite often is talking about romantic love, but it could be, something that you're moving on to do or be. This quite often can represent like entrepreneur energy, like starting a new project that you want to, a new career or some sort of energy like that, or new passionate relationship. Maybe even adding passion to your existing relationship. And then because we do have the Lovers card here. And so the Lovers is talking about, this is the opposing energy, the Aquarius energy. Now, the energy of this new moon and this eclipse is really talking about making long-term changes, particularly in your romance and, if you're dating, your hobbies, what it is that you love to do, what you love to be, your career, your business, that type of energy. And it also is talking about, what are the flaws in the systems that you're using now? Like this energy here, what could you do to make your life easier right now? Besides putting down the burdens that don't belong to you, what else can you do? Can you delegate some responsibility to someone else? Can you let go of something that you really actually, just because you've done it, it's a hobby you've had for years, but now you've decided, you know what, maybe I'll do something new and different. And this is also can talk about restarting something or redoing energy, as well as just walking away and doing something new. And the Leo energy really wants, this moon really wants us to be individual. And it's opposed here by the Aquarius energy. That's a sign that's across the horoscope wheel. But the thing is that Aquarius is actually very much an individual energy as well. But the Aquarius energy is more willing to embrace the needs and requirements of the group, whereas the Leo energy wants to lead as an individual. It's about taking leadership in your life and leading and making that the most important thing, rather than making the group energy so important. So it's really talking about like really not wanting to listen to the opinions of others, but go with what your gut is telling you to do. Now, the Lover energy here, this does represent romantic love, and quite often divine love, especially with this one coming in. So if you're looking for love, this could really represent that energy of something new coming in that way. The cloud between the lovers is representing that they don't know each other, or if you might know this person, but it's talking about you haven't had a significant other relationship with them, basically. And in the old days, the Lovers card was more of making choices about who you allow in your inner circle. And so this can be talking about a lot of people. If you're not looking for love, this could be talking about people that you love, in your family, your inner circle, your friends, all of that, your peers, your co-workers, all of that. You may feel the need to let some of that go at this time. And then we have the King of Wands energy. This is awesome energy for the energy of this new moon and this eclipse, and really what this reading is talking about here. The King of Wands is one of 4 kings in the minor arcana, and he is representing this element of fire. Now, your sign is the Pentacles, and we don't have the Pentacle energy here, but that doesn't mean that it's not like this. I feel like this is your reading, but it's more about what you want to step into than what's going on now. And we have like what your number one priority at this time. So the King of Wands is talking about someone who's visionary, wants to look into the future, wants a change, basically. The kings, the fire signs like to have new energy, new adventures, new, travel. This could represent that you want to do some traveling. It may represent an energy also of having walked away from a relationship and having maybe met someone new that's maybe really different from your regular type. And that would be not uncommon if God sends someone in for you. And it's a divine partner. Quite often it'll be someone that you wouldn't normally, it's not your type. And God says that's the point, because your type always disappoints you. This is what's going on here. So we have this energy here of, we have the Four of Cups here. And the Four of Cups is representing definitely an energy of disappointment. This is you sitting under the tree and being very disappointed. Now the universe and God have collaborated to bring this new cup in for you. You may have, like, this cup could be talking about, if this is romantic love, which it definitely could be in this reading, it could talk about in the past you've been disappointed. And there's 3 cups here instead of 2. So quite often this can represent a third-party energy that was involved in a relationship. And sometimes it even can talk about, like with all this passion here, that maybe a 4th cup was created, a baby, something new for the not for in the cup within the couple, but within that third party energy and your partner, probably ex-partner by now, or that's what's happening at this time. It doesn't necessarily mean that. This is a possibility that it could be. This can talk about someone who's really disappointed you in the past, and you've given them 3 chances and they're asking for a 4th chance, and you're like, no way, 3 strikes, you're out. Now that's pretty fair. I mean, people have a tendency to show us who they are the first time around. People can change, but sometimes you have to look at not what the possible possibilities are, but what is your reality right now, because you've done that inner work, and so you want something new. And then this is also talking, sometimes this could be about attempting to launch a project, a relationship, in 3 different ways with 3 different people. This can talk about partnerships in business, that type of energy. And it hasn't worked out. And the universe is saying, nah, you were just before your time. This is like, you've made all these changes. If you do it in the way that you want to do it now, whether that be a business relationship or a significant other, you will have success. It's your time. This is, really strong energy for moving forward. So, for the Taurus energy, this determination to get home with this harvest and sort through it, use that energy and move forward in this way. I'm going to clarify this for those that want clarification. And I'm using my Oracle Tales from the Vector. This is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. This is one of 12 paintings I've done for the horoscope signs, and you can see the energy of a bull, like the Taurus sign is like the 2nd sign in the zodiac, and it's talking about, toddlers are absolutely adorable, but man, if you ask them to share something that is their favorite toy, they may be like, no way. And so that can be that stubbornness coming in. So this is talking about, that stubbornness that people accuse you of having. You don't want to you don't want to be like a bull in the china shop and like throw a major tantrum and ruin your chances. Stay calm, recognize that you're more mature now and that this energy is something that can move forward in a strong way. And for some reason, like the metal for Taurus is copper, and for some reason that's coming up for someone in this reading here. So it's something about copper. You might be a redhead and have like a temper or something. If someone's waving a red flag at you, don't get distracted here. Stay on course. All right, so we do have the underlying energy is the High Priestess energy here. So the High Priestess is talking about, when there is a new moon or a full moon, that's when we're highly intuitive. The High Priestess lives very joyfully because she uses her intuition and her logic to make decisions about where she's going to go. She might, this is talking about use your intuition. This is this energy. It's the perfect time. And the High Priestess, she is sitting in a pillar, between a pillar of 2 possibilities. And there's all this information coming at her. So it's talking about sort through, your harvest here from the last cycle, and make sure that any burdens that don't belong to you, lay them down. You want to move forward in you've done the work, and you need to let other people do the work they need to do. As much as you care about them, it's time for them to put their own work into it. We have the Scorpio energy here is coming through, and this is talking about, Scorpio. I just want to point out, when I have horoscope signs coming up, other than your own sign in a reading, I'm not talking about individual people. I'm talking about the energy of the sign. So this is the state of being. And Scorpio at its finest is this uniting energy. So it's talking about, even if you want to be an individual and be a leader, you can still use your words in a way that will persuade people to follow you, rather than trying to force them, like conquer people. So this is about elevating other people to see your point of view, basically, rather than trying to conquer them and make them do it your way. That's the energy we're getting here. Scorpio is very charismatic and good with words, and they have a tendency, like, they can really use words well to elevate, and this energy can also use words that are, more to conquer. Remember, Scorpio is, the sign is represented by the scorpion, and the scorpion does have a stinger. So, you don't want to use words that are going to sting others to try and convince them to follow you. You want to just allow, use your words wisely, basically. And then we have the strength. So this is saying it again. So walking away or walking towards something is from doing this work here. It's talking about, it's really paying off for you, and it's a good time to move into the new energy. And then we have the perception. So I feel like in the past, maybe you had a lover here, and that might be part of the burden, is that your lover maybe walked away to be with someone else, or like it didn't work out for sure. And this could be someone who thought the grass was greener on the other side, and you may have been really hurt by that. And maybe it's happened to you more than once. That's indicated here. So this is talking about having an open mind to let someone new in. Like the disappointment, it's saying now that you've done the inner work, there may have been something leftover energy from your childhood that you buried, kind of, or a way that you learned to approach relationships, and it would be better for you to maybe approach them in a slightly different way to avoid this disappointment. And so the opposing energy, so that's talking about using the strengths of the moon, the Leo moon, and then this is exposing any of the hidden illusions that might be there. We have the anger. You might be really angry still about this energy, and you quite likely have good reason, and but you have to be careful with that Taurus anger. Like, you don't want to be bullheaded, and someone waves the red flag at you and you go for it, and then you really regret it later. So this is talking about anger has its use, and you want to make sure you feel that and you get through it, but you don't want to hang on to it and motivate yourself with anger. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It just makes life more miserable. Like, you're way better off just to move forward and with a new perception for yourself, and say, the way that I used to approach my love relationships, I'm doing it differently now. I have more, I know what I want better now. And then we have ego. So this is another space we can fall into. And I feel like this is talking about this energy of thinking that, it's almost like a desire to make it work. So you have a certain type, and that's what you're attracted to. But, it might be like that bad boy or bad girl energy. And yeah, it's exciting at first, but when you have to rely on them in the end, it doesn't work out so much for you. So this is that type of energy, is talking about letting go of your ego in this, not getting caught up in your ego and saying, this is the way it has to be, and it can only happen in this way, and it has to be this type of person. Just, allow yourself to experiment a little, by make sure you protect yourself, of course, especially if you're online dating and that type of thing. But, explore other types than the type that has disappointed you in the past. And then we also have destruction, yeah, because this is like it's almost like an energy of wanting to force the need to force yourself to make it right. And it's better just to allow the new energy to come in, learn from the past, and move forward for it to really empower you in this future energy. This is a really strong reading for you, Taurus. I feel like there's a lot of opportunity coming in for you. And because of the, letting, as long as you let go of these burdens from the past, some of these might be, stubborn ways of thinking that you have to do things this way because the ego and the anger is coming up. And so sometimes that's not like what we would call real progress. You might have, it might feel more comfortable to do things the old way, but take small steps if as needed to be able to change your point of view slightly. I feel that will go a long way for you. This is really a good reading. I really enjoyed it. I hope you have too. I just want to say thank you for your time and energy, and your likes, comments, shares, all those subscribes. I really do appreciate them. It's helping me build my channel. I will be back with another reading for you soon. Bye for now.